The Writers Guild strike of 2007, 2008 wiped out a few writers I know. Some had families, became desperate. Some left the business, others survived. I luckily had a novel to fall back on that I was contracted to write, but there was a glimpse for many people in 2007 and 2008 that this can be or is a terrible business, especially for those who crave stability and a paycheck that keeps coming in. I don't think people understand how financially perilous this business can be, not only for writers, but for everyone on any level. I know actors who are struggling, who you see in shows. I had dinner with a young director whose first movie made $100 million this year. And because of certain deals, he will not be seeing a penny of it. A penny of it. One or two bad deals, a producer came in, whatever. You say that in 2010, you were broke at a certain point and that you went through bankruptcy. You were squatting in your foreclosed townhouse in the valley. Your car was repossessed from your garage in the middle of the night. Explain how this can happen to someone out here who's following their dreams in the business.
Yeah. You make a savings, right? I mean, that's the first thing you try to do. The problem with writing, as you know, Brett, with these TV or studio jobs is that you get paid in increments.
Yes, and often far later than you think, months after you sign the deal, and it's 4 to 5 payments that are staggered out usually.
Yeah, you'll get 10% commencement. Like, so whatever your deal is, like let's say you're fortunate enough to get a $500,000 deal. Right. Like, you're in the best scenario you've been in, you know.
I guess there's some people.
Well, there are people who get it. You know, Eric Roth or Steve Zalian or you know Aaron Sorkin. They're getting 800, 2 million, 3. But beyond that air that's up there with those guys, you know, let's say you get a $300,000 deal to write something, which I think is high nowadays.
Yes, it is high. It is high.
You get 10% up front. Right, so let's say you were writing from your last one, so you had to dip into your savings. But here's why you had to. So you start out. You sign the deal. You go through all that work. So you might have had to spend a month or 6 weeks.
Writing stuff just to get the deal.
Yes, just to come up with your take, to come up with an entire take, 1, 2, 3 acts, mile markers, beats, everything, character stuff. You have to go outline an entire movie to go get a movie.
Yeah.
So you're putting in a tremendous amount of work for each thing you decide to go in on. Once you do that, now you've not wasted, but hopefully you get the job, but you've spent a lot of time, so you're spending your sweat equity. And you go in, now you finally get the job. So you sign the papers or writer's agreement. It takes maybe 6 weeks, but they want you to start already. But you don't get any commencement money. You're supposed to get 10%. So you get your $30,000.
Right.
So after that's all said and done, you may be walking with $18,000, $17,000.
Really? A 15? Well, no, you're right. I think it is. I mean,
I would think even less. Wait, what did I say? 30,000? Yeah, you're probably working with 13.
13,000 off that. Because you're pretty much, if you have a manager, an agent, a lawyer, and you're paying taxes, you're making in California about 35 cents on the dollar for those deals.
35%.
So everyone remember that when you hear like $1 million deal goes down, it's not $1 million. It's not $1 million.
Right. Okay. It was to somebody at some point, but not to you.
Right.
And okay, so now you got $13,000. Now, the next time you see, it depends on the deal, but as you know, the next time you see your payment, you're at either for an outline, which is 20%. So now you're going to spend 4 or 6 weeks writing an outline, living off the $13,000 that you just got, because you did dip into your savings from the last time you had to wait for the next job.
Yeah.
So, okay, now you hand it in, they give you another 20%. So now they give you 60,000, so you take home a little less than 30. So you went through half of the 13, now you got 27,000, you got another, you got 35,000. Now you got to write the first draft. You got 8 to 12 weeks. That's 3 months. Yeah. Right? Yeah. At least 10 weeks, right? If they're pressuring you 8, but 3 months, really.
Just tell them all, you'll have it next week.
Right.
That's what I do. You'll have it Tuesday.
But they won't give you the money. You have to hand in the draft. It's not like, here's the drugs, give us the money, and you're doing it in one fell swoop. It's, here's the drugs, keep them, use them, and then give me the money like 4 or 6 weeks later.